Yo, what's up, world? It's your man, the fan favorite Jam C. And as you can see, I'm in the vocal lounge alone doing the dolo. I want to say happy Easter, everybody out there who enjoyed their Easter this past weekend. This is just a little segment because the crew, as you can see, everybody's on vacation. But I just felt the need to just have a little 2-3 minute conversation. It's not actually a true episode, but I'll make it like a small 2-3 minute episode, maybe 2 minutes or something like that. I just want to wish everybody I hope you guys had a happy holiday this past weekend. You enjoyed it responsibly and safely, and for kids didn't eat too much junk food. And for me, I don't celebrate things like that, but I do wish everybody well. Now, I want to give some flowers. That's love to people who don't get it. I want to give some flowers to my team, Shot Money and Republican Lou, and a good friend of mine, Hafiz Fareed. And I want to give it to all of the people who take their time to listen and watch the show every week. Believe me, we don't take it for granted. We really, truly appreciate you guys. And, without you, there would be no us. I mean, it would always be us, thank God. But I mean, this platform has grown over the last couple of years, and I can't say it stresses enough. This is very beautiful, and I just want you guys to keep going vocal by your ways and actions, or going vocal just by listening or watching us every week, because we greatly and we really do appreciate it. But something's heavy on my heart that I just want to address. Just something short, real quick. Let me take the sip of water. Thank you. That's good. That's good. I did some running today, so I'm training for the marathon, the rock and roll run that's coming up this August. So hang in there with your boy as you watch me excel and elevate my running skills. I did something on my mind real quick. Being where we are now and looking at our youth today, is it safe to say you think that it's their experiences versus our experiences? And when I mean experiences, I mean, like, I look at a friend of mine, shout out to Mr. Talk That too, by the way. We were talking about our kids. And the thing that we really came up with was that our children don't react to the same we have the same experiences, but their experiences, the way they react is so, like, I don't want to use the word soft, but soft, almost sucker. And that's the guys and the girls. And I don't know why that is. This generation has to be coddled. They don't deal with hardships in the way that we do. Look at the suicide rate. Kids are killing and hurting themselves, where we had so much less in life. And we dealt with enough things that a kid would have offed itself. I mean, think about growing up in a household with there was no food in some places, and a lot of times probably no place to stay at night. But we handled it, and there were a lot less suicides then. For whatever reason now, suicide is high, especially among our youth. And I just, and I just think the way they handle situations, like even with things like bullying and things of that nature, they just don't handle them in the way that we do. And I don't know what to attribute that to. So I'm just urging you, if you guys, I would love to hear your feedback via email at goingvocal@gmail.com, and let me know what you think your thoughts are in reference to this situation. Because this is something that I've been noticing over the last few years, is that the way our children deal with life's social issues, not each social, economic, how we engage with each other, and in love, the way they handle their issues is a lot different in the way we handle those issues. And it's kind of hard to put my finger on as to the reason why, because you can't, we can all say technology, but I don't think that's it. We could say music, but I don't even think that that's it. We could say maybe the way they were raised, but I don't think that's it either. It just seems like a whole generational shift, and it does come out in our music. It comes out in our music, and I guess because we're a product of our environment. I guess when the youth make music, that's what's in their heart. Like, it's like no love. Everything is so dark, it's so cold and malicious, and what happened to the love? And some of these instances, some of those people had love within the household. I'm pretty sure, because you can't tell me all of the music artists that come out today grew up in a house that was so dark, grew up in a house that was drug infested. Because it would make an imbalance in life. And I think in life, this is the Libra in me, by the way, I think in life, there's always a balance. It's not always going to be 50-50. It's going to be 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Shout out to Teddy Pendergrass, by the way. It's always going to be a little bit off every now and again, but each day it's a different balance. But I just think, today's youth, they deal with situations. They're not as proactive as, and this is just my humble opinion, from the youth that I see today, they're not as proactive as they were when we were coming up. And that's in my immediate community. Now, I don't know your community, but I can speak in my immediate community. The youth weren't always as active as we were as far as socially. We do have a lot more younger entrepreneurs, which I think is different from in their experience. We do have a lot more courageous children, so to speak, because I think we dealt from a place of fear, and our parents dealt from a place of fear. That's why a lot of our parents, even us now as parents now, we sometimes put a hold on our kids. Where me, I was the opposite, because I didn't have that parent that taught me to be an entrepreneur. So my child, I endorsed entrepreneurship. So if it was something that she wanted to do, I would say, yo, you could do whatever you set your mind to. I didn't have that. And I think that was the change for me. But how my youth deal with issues was a lot different than me. They didn't know how to handle those issues. So when things got tough, she ran back home. You understand what I'm saying? Where in my household where I grew up at, you leave home, there was no option to come back. Now, it wasn't like I was removed from the house, but it was one of the things where once you make the decision to jump out into the world, you got to stay out into the world and figure it out along the way. Whereas now, I may not have been that kind of parent. You jump out and make a mistake. I don't mind if you come back, because I know it happens for everybody, but I didn't have that. So I don't know, maybe that's the difference. Maybe because my child knows that they can leave and come back if things fail. I don't know. You guys tell me. Email goingvocal@gmail.com, and it's the spelling being me, GOINVOCAL@gmail.com. And I just want to hear your thoughts. Let me get another swig of water real quick. That's refreshing. I just want to know your thoughts. Do you think, what's the difference between today's youth and their experience opposed to our children, our youth when we were kids, and our experiences? What's the difference, them versus us? Who had it worse? Who had it better? I think they have it better. I think it's a gift and a curse. I think they have it worse by means of violence and the suicide rate. But I think as far as technology and evolving and growth and financial gain, they have it so much better from the financial standpoint. We had it so much better in the social standpoint because we had more love. They had better financially, where they could economically change and shift the paradigm in favor of us minority people. That's why you see people of color now doing more, especially since COVID. But I think they have it better in finance. We had it better in love. And that's just my opinion. You can tell me what you think yours is. And again, it's your man, Jam C. And I'm going vocal and get your shit together this week. I just wish everybody well. And if you do want to give yourself a get your shit together, the get your shit together to self would be get your life better, be better this week, and then even be better next week. So always improve on you and never take anything for granted. Once again, your man Jam C, and I'm going vocal. Peace.
Everybody tune into the Pod Squad now.